Hey guys, today we want to do a little film for you to tell you uh, we're opening up the Cruise Longevity Farm, and we want you guys to join a revolution to reinvent healthcare to try to begin to reverse chronic disease using a lot of the techniques that I've been teaching people. Healthcare is really failing most of us because both allopathic and functional medicine are not at the foundation level that truly builds wellness. And that's the reason why I saw a need to build a Cruise Longevity Center at the farm. And it's getting ready to open in late 2018. I believe there's now many unique solutions based upon the coming age of quantum biology. Some of them, if you've been members, you've probably heard about. But this is going to offer some new opportunities. You're actually going to be able to become a patient. You're going to be able to do a whole bunch of different things at this center as well. So the best way to describe the Cruise Longevity Farm is where allopathic medicine and functional medicine end. That's where we begin. We are going to the foundational core ideas and core principles that most of them haven't even considered by either of the paradigms yet. Our members, our patients, and even our academy will show you that what medicine looks like behind the curtain, beyond the horizon, connected directly into nature's fabrics. With us, you're going to learn that life is really made from an exotic form of matter that operates within an optical framework. And the treatments are going to be linked to those ideas. There was a time in all of our health where all the pieces of wellness fit together. Most of you remember that. And I think most of us know the pieces fit because most of us watched our lives crumble as the pieces fell apart. And recreating that is really, really important. That's something the farm wants to do to help you. So when we lose how the pieces fit, we lose the coherence of how these little small parts make the whole greater. And when we lose these parts, we lose the communication with the environment that we evolved to. And the keys really are the thermodynamic variables being the sun, the earth, and the environment that our mitochondrial genome is adapted to and pays attention to. And this coherent wireless connection generally leads to pristine communication throughout the entire system that's inside of us. And most of you have learned the hard way through diseases or problems in your life that we're only good as our weakest link. And when our communication is lost or interrupted, we lose our resonance with nature. And resonance is really how the chemical bonds, the atoms, the subatomic particles that are present in your mitochondria connect wirelessly to the things in our environment. And this resonance is actually how we know that the pieces fit in the beginning. And we know that the pieces had to fit at one time because we used to have wellness at that time. And I want you to remember that. And the fact now that you may have struggles in your life and that you know that the pieces no longer fit is proof that the modern life can cause a dissonance to develop in the systems of communication, and this slowly disintegrates what we're capable of doing. That's really what disease is all about. And this derides our ability to control energy and information flow in our body optically. The secrets really of health reversals in quantum biology are not just found at the biochemical level, as the functional medicine and allopathic medicine paradigms want you to believe. And within our sphere of influence at the farm, we are going to show you that the dissonance that humans have built in our civilization to surround us in our cities, our jobs, our schools, is really the key to our demise. And that loss of information and energy is the key that tests our cellular communication. The network is done optically using light, using water, using magnetism. And it turns out that light programs all the things inside of our cells in ways that allopathic medicine has refused to accept so far, and in ways that functional medicine has no conceptual framework to even understand. And this is why both of these paradigms continue to operate utilizing lab tests, pills, or supplements to gain results. At the farm and our institute, you will learn really how life communicates to keep ourselves far from equilibrium. Functional medicine and allopathic medicine really are equilibrium biased ideas and frameworks. We stand in stark contrast to these ideas at the farm. This implies where we go, they would never think of going. They would never even think of looking there because their perspective blocks them from exploring new topics and new ideas and biologies. One of those that's in our wheelhouse compared to them is biologic topology. I've talked a lot about that on the blogs, but I'm going to really get into it when I start taking care of patients at the farm. Changes in topology of our tissues implies that what happens on the surface directs how the biochemistry below actually works. And it turns out there's going to be many new methodologies to show you how the small pieces that are made in your mitochondria really fell apart to cause your current reality and your current disease state. Seeing that deconstruction of matter occur inside you and really understanding it is the first step to understanding how to use quantum biologic principles to bring you back from the precipice by showing you how to create small things in your mitochondria to piece you back together to improve coherent communication. Our goal is to always keep you away from illness and recreate something that you all had, that I had. Wellness really is about a coherent, precise communication within all parts of us. The smallest particles that are made in our mitochondria is how this is accomplished, and how we program them is the key to the whole story. Our services are already in huge demand because of how the recent changes in the environment are driving chronic disease epidemics over the last 50 years. When you consider how we went from 0G to 4G, the platform has never really looked at this technology pollution as the etiology, either in functional medicine or in allopathic medicine. Quantum biology always looks there first because it interferes with how light can program electrons, protons, and the atoms inside of our mitochondria, inside of our proteins, and actually the water networks that surround these proteins. That's the reason why DNA only codes for proteins. 5G is now already here in most locations globally, and most people may not even realize this yet and how it's affecting these processes in their cells. Moreover, the full effects of the electropollution and the technology, even in the 4G world where many people are going to render most of the tests that functional medicine providers use obsolete when one considers how environmental changes can alter those lab results. Most people don't even realize this yet because they have no fundamental understanding of how information is transferred in cells to perform the physiologic task. I'll even make the case that when you put your food into a smoothie blender, the same thing can happen, so that the amount of energy that's in those foods no longer equals what was in the foods as a whole. This tells you that you may have to eat more food to accomplish the same task. These are the places we will be looking to go. Moreover, getting back to the test that allopathic medicine and functional medicine uses, where these tests are done, where they were drawn, what type of light they were drawn under, where they were sent, where they're processed, and where they're handled are going to affect the results in a 5G world. Most of those clinicians don't know that. This idea alone, if it's not captured by the clinician, is going to markedly influence the opinion of the clinician, and it's going to influence how they're going to direct treatments to you, the patients and the public, and our clients that may in fact either harm or help you without anybody realizing what is behind the scenes. Why is this new reality manifesting? It will change really the way things are interpreted from a quantum perspective, and we need you to understand that perspective at the Cruise Longevity Farm, because our ideas are going to be markedly different than other anti-aging platforms that are out there. They're going to be remarkably different than the functional medicine institutes that you'll read about online. We will be able to offer conventional allopathic medicine if that's what you want. Can we do it? Yes. We'll even have nurses available. Can we do the functional test too? Absolutely, if that's what you choose to do. Can you actually bring your tests from other clinicians? Will we be willing to do second opinions or review treatment plans that were developed to see if they're wise or maybe they're not, considering your current environmental context? Yes, I plan on doing that. Can you actually become a patient of mine directly? Now you'll be able to, late in 2018. Will you have the ability to have your family come during your visits and stay with you on premises at the farm? The answer is yes. Well, we'll have many different packages for your family. Will we also have the ability to have outdoor training with some of our functional movement experts? Turns out we will. Jeremy Tomley, world famous rock climber and artist and sculptor of MohawkSteel.com, has agreed to offer his service as an add-on or a la carte basis to your therapies if you so wish. We aim to be the major hub of second opinions in the functional medicine world to pick up where they left off. Where they got tired of thinking, that's where we begin. And we're going to look at training our patients and their doctors, if they so choose, with our techniques. We will not be taking any insurance if you choose to become a patient with me. There will be definitely multiple options and a la carte menus for all the services that we render. We'll probably be talking about this coming soon at our Vermont live event in early June. There also is going to be price fixed options for members. I will tell you that members are going to get special pricing that the lay public will not get. At the farm, I plan on having seminars where physicians and the public can commingle as they learn. I also plan on having in-depth physician training in quantum biology for physicians. Our goal eventually will be to offer a continuing education in this field at some point when the opportunity arises. If you're a conventional physician or a functional physician who wants to take your game to the next level, we are planning to show you how to build and connect your current practice and what you're doing to meet the future needs of mitochondriacs. What's a mitochondriac? I've given our patients and clients a name, and our patients and clients are going to have skin in the game. We call our patients black swan mitochondriacs because a black swan is rare in nature. The only impediment to action advances our actions. What blocks our understanding becomes our way forward. This is the first and most critical credo of a quantum clinician. All quantum clinicians at heart need to be black swan mitochondriacs. And to think like a black swan makes you understand nothing worthwhile is easy. If you are not good enough for yourself, who are you good for? The staff at the farm main goal is to service the need of all black swans today and going forward. The Cruise Longevity Farm aims to teach you to renovate you back to whole, utilizing quantum biologic cutting edge materials, utilizing light, water, magnetism, all tied to nature's fundamental rules to build wisdom inside of you that you came into this world with. If you like what you heard, consider joining with us or connecting with us through the new website. I hope this gives you an idea of what our plan is going forward, and we really look forward to connecting with you. Take care.